Hi, welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. I am so glad you're here. Today's date is Friday, March 15th, 2024. Before I get into tonight's topic, I would like to make a quick announcement, and that is that tomorrow, on the 16th of March at 5 o'clock Eastern Time, I'm going to do a live stream tarot read. I'll take a few cards from people that show up and submit the questions, and we'll do some quick reads and see what answers we get to some topics of the day. Now, there will be a little bit of cherry picking on the questions because the universe isn't great on when. So we may have to rephrase some things, or I may choose to say, hey, that'd be a topic to go in depth on in another video. But I've done that before. We've done a few questions. It's been fun. We're going to do it again tomorrow. So you're welcome to join us. It'll be a live stream here on YouTube, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And you can adjust the time for your zone and know when to show up. So hope I see some of you then. Okay, well, tonight I want to explore a topic. People are wondering if Elon Musk has been speaking in code. Now, I've shared my opinion in the past, and I'll share it again, that I believe the current Elon Musk is not the original one. So that in that fashion, I would call him an Elon 2.0. And I also believe that Elon 2.0 is a white hat. He's working for the side of free speech and truth and good changes we want for our world, for the most part. I just wonder about some other things like, his neural links and things like that, if he's really planning to go through with that. So my approval hinges on some of those topics. But right now, as far as having a platform that he's purchased that is doing a much better job than other platforms of letting us speak more freely, I approve. So let's see, because people were saying, I'm going to show you a compilation. It's a short one. And you can, if you like it and want to look at it more in depth, you can click on the Facebook link that'll be in the video description box. But really, just pay attention here for the next couple of minutes and you'll have, the main points. So what people were wondering was, when Elon talks about how soon we'll be going to Mars, could he possibly be referencing the military auxiliary radio system, which is an auxiliary radio system, ham radios, that activates or gets used when traditional communication methods go down or are impacted? And so that's why. Now let's see some of the things. So here we have the logo for the Mars, military auxiliary radio system, and then a supposed planetary picture of Mars. And it's computer generated, so I give it about 1% credibility. Now, here was why this, I want to give credit to Captain Kyle Patriots. He may not have been the original one, but he is the one I saw this on first. And he was making that point that this may be optics, okay? Again, optics or coded communication. If you'd like to know in a little more in-depth what the military auxiliary Mars system is, okay, it's a United States Department of Defense sponsored program established as a separately managed and operated program by the United States Army and the United States Air Force. Mars has a long history of providing worldwide auxiliary emergency communication during times of need. Now, you can read more if you're interested. I just got that from Wikipedia, which, again, is not the most stellar source of information, but I think on something like this, it's doing fine. And here was a tweet. Again, Starship will take humanity to Mars. And that was from Elon. So he's been talking about soon we're going to Mars and soon we'll be doing this and that. And then here's a comparison pic of the Elon 1.0 and Elon 2.0. And I believe, this is just my belief, that this difference is more than plastic surgery and hair transplants, period. I think it's a complete transplant. But that has nothing to do with where we're going on this read. Let's ask the cards. Is Elon communicating to us that soon there will be a need for the Mars system, the auxiliary communication system that assists when their traditional communications are not available or working properly. So let's see if he was making an allusion to that, kind of a double meaning, a coded communication. So we're going to look for kind of it nod to the fact, was this a communication? And then is there more information or insights the universe wants us to have? I will switch the camera. You can watch me work with the cards and we will find out together. What was Elon up to? Has he been doing some coded communication, or is it just one of those coincidences? Now, we'll find out. We hear there's no coincidence. I just think there's rarely coincidences. This could be one. I'm going to find out very shortly. So when Elon Musk references Mars, is he, in addition to speaking of interplanetary travel? I'm trying not to laugh as I say that. Or is he letting us know that it's not long now till there would be a need for some auxiliary emergency communication services, plus other insights and information? Okay, we have the King of Pentacles, Justice, kind of a nod to the fact that yes, the 2.0 is a 2.0. Hanged Man. Ooh, it's an important question, it looks like. Page of Wands, Ace of Wands, we got a yes. He is doing coded communications, folks. Queen of Cups, and the Hierophant. Now, let's take a look at this layout so far, and I will share with you some of the insights they're getting from the cards are giving to me, and then we'll see what else the universe wants us to know. Okay, first of all, the hard yes is the ace. Now, there's other ways to kind of get a nod to an affirmative with the cards, but with the tarot cards that and style I use, and the relationship I have with my deck, anytime I ask a card that has a question that has an element of yes or no, an ace is going to always be interpreted as a very hard yes. So yes, he is coded communication. He's letting us know he does have some inside information and he knows things are about to change. And moving forward, there's going to be a need for that Mars system. Again, those, I believe that'd be the ham radio operators. So interesting. Now, in the recent past, looking at things in a new way, I think that Elon has only recently come into his possession of some information that he didn't have before. Maybe getting clued in a little closer into what's going on, or as we get towards some finish lines for campaigns and strategies, he's being clued in a little better than he was in the past. The Justice card shows up here, giving us a nod to the fact that, yes, Elon is a 2.0 and also has some white hat access and intel and usefulness. So that's kind of cool. And also that currently there is an element of justice playing out on our world, even if it's not being talked about in the mainstream media. And that's going to cause the need for the Mars system, as well as some other big changes in the near future. So we have a Queen of Cups, and that's a card of emotional intelligence. And when I see her, always it tells me to trust my discernment and use it. And when the Mars system is employed, it's going to be because some of the traditional means of communication have gone down. Absolutely. I'm going to get 2 more cards for further insights and information. Okay, we have the 3 of Cups and the Emperor, one of our strongest white hat cards. So, in other words, when that Mars system, if there is a communication hiccup and we have EBS or Mars system providing communication services, it's actually a cause for celebration. It's not the finish line, but it's definitely, cause for some moderate celebration. In other words, don't worry. Don't worry. Good things are happening. So, and then over all of that it's the White Hats, the Alliance, again, this group who have committed themselves to seeing our world freed of some really evil influences. And I'm saying world, it's not just the United States, okay? Let's recap. There's been speculation in the alt media community that in recent days and weeks, Elon Musk has been doing some coded communication, and especially when he references going to Mars. And there has been speculation that he's also those communicating that there is very soon going to be a need for the auxiliary radio system, the military auxiliary radio system, M.A.R.S. And so we asked the cards, is that true? And are there other insights and information you want us to know? Well, within the read, we got a definite hard yes with the Ace of Wands, that he is doing a communication. He is not a major player in the White Hat Alliance, but he is clued in on certain matters, more so than he was in the past. In fact, he's happened to look at some things in a new way, whether it's plans and strategies or, business plans and models, I don't know. But he is of use to the White Hats in the Alliance. The card that indicates him, he's very wealthy, and the King of Pentacles indicates Elon Musk, and I think that's kind of appropriate. So I thought that was kind of nice. And then again, I maintain that I am referencing not the original 1.0 Elon Musk, but a 2.0 version, who I believe is of use and being used by and working in part for the White Hats, the Alliance, and working towards some changes in our world. And the Justice card showed up too, kind of confirming that, and a nod to the fact that when we do need those auxiliary communication services, it is going to be because there is an element of justice that is coming out of the background. And despite all the cover-ups of the mainstream and what have you, they're going to get a little more obvious. And we were also told when that happens, it is cause for some minor celebration. Nothing major yet, not the end point. Didn't have the Tower card here in this read. We didn't have other things that would indicate we're really close to the finish line. We do know events are speeding up. We do know that. We do know the Emperor showed up, and the Emperor is always a nod to the White Hats in the Alliance, and it's very high ranking. So often Mr. T, but not necessarily. Okay, so the White Hats are going to be the authors of and behind any EBS and auxiliary communication systems that are needed in the near future. So I thought that was kind of interesting. So yeah, Elon is communicating to some extent like Mr. T does, where there's multiple meanings to almost everything that's put out. And sometimes the meanings get as specific as notice what time down to the second something is posted. It can get really, really specific to the little nuances that are there for people that are awake and aware to pick up on. So it's we're advancing the line, folks. We are. For a long time, for years, we've been holding the line while things get resolved in the background. And now the line is advancing, and in some ways, and some days, it does so visibly. And someday it's going to do it indubitably. I'm looking forward to that. I want change out there, and I want people relieved of worry and having access to things that have been withheld from them. And I think it's a crime for every day that has to wait. I'm willing to accept that there is an element of waiting involved, but I think anybody that's making us wait because of strategies and what have you better have a really good explanation for that wait. And I'll accept it if they do, but otherwise, I don't know. I'm in full support of White Hats, but not gray or black. Okay, so one more time, tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern time, I'll do a live stream here on YouTube. YouTube willing. Well, there was one live stream they wouldn't let me start. But I'll do a live stream and take some questions from you folks, and we'll see what the universe wants us to know. And then again on Sunday, there will be a live stream meditation. It's the third Sunday of the month. It'll be at 2 p.m. Eastern, my usual time. There's an announcement. You can click on that and get notified, hopefully. Sometimes YouTube doesn't do that either, but they're supposed to. So we hope to see you there. And then if you go on from there to celebrate St. Patrick's Day, please do so safely and carefully and plan accordingly. So if you need to designate a driver or someone to walk you home, make those plans. Okay, one last thing after I say love and light and everything bright, because that's kind of it for the announcements that are current event type. So if you were here for the current events read and you're willing to accept it, I send you love, light, and everything bright. Bye. Now, the second thing, in this third year of my channel, I said I was going to make a more consistent effort to thank people for gifts that I receive that are outside the Buy Me a Coffee, because with Buy Me a Coffee, I always have a means of thanking someone. And in yesterday's mail from viewer Angie D, I got this jigsaw puzzle that talks about, anyway, she said it reminded her of me. You will see there's an element there of prognostication and fortune reading and things like that. And she had a beautiful letter and additional generosity that was sent with that just blew me away. So thank you so much, Angie. And if in the past, I've had so many people send me gifts and I've tried to thank them. You know, M.A.R.S sent me gift after gift, and just to name one. So don't feel like you were overlooked. Like I said, this was my resolution for year 3 of the channel, which started on February 12th, that items I receive, I may not go into great detail about what they are, but if I do receive something, I want to make sure I thank you in some way. So it's going to be either with an email or a quick mention at the end of a video or something like that. You are, by the way, you being those who are listening and watching this, no one is under any obligation to send me any gifts. Not at all. I don't ask for them. I appreciate them. I don't ask for them. And if you get right down to it, I don't actually need them, but I do appreciate them. Who doesn't appreciate a thoughtful gift, right? But please don't feel like you have to do something just because someone else did. Not ever. What I do appreciate, to the point of where I would ask for it, is I appreciate the emotional support I get from people, the prayers, the positive intention, the manifestation that you do, you know, trying to help me grow the channel. And I, you know, hey, I'd like to get to the point where I have, and YouTube lets me know I have 100,000 viewers. I would like that. So, you know, if you want to help me make that manifest, you absolutely can. Okay. And I'd appreciate that very, very much. But tangible things, only do what you can afford and what your heart leads you to do. Don't feel obligated, please. Okay. So now when I say that's it for this video, it really is for the night. That's it for this video. I thank you so much for your time and your attention. I hope to see some of you at the live stream tomorrow, and as many, if not more, Sunday when we do our meditation. The focus of this meditation is going to be on healthy boundaries, because as we grow as people and wake up, we have to learn some boundaries of what we can share, what we can't share, energy-wise, truth-wise. And it's really hard when you've been raised to be a helper and to be agreeable, to know when to say, you know, I need to get back with you on that. And it's a skill that people are having to develop, and it's a have to type of situation. And so we want to just spend a little time. Now, my meditations aren't filled with woo and mystery. We set our intentions and we protect those intentions, and we just kind of have focused thought together. We join in its focused thought. So if that is something that would interest you, they're non-denominational, you're welcome to join us. Absolutely. We don't mind if someone's just observing, skeptical, you know, just watching, that's fine. And then if you participate, we do ask that you participate positively. And if you don't, we're going to have that energy transmuted. So I do that very, very openly and honestly, so you know if you're where your energy is going, whether it's positive, it's going the same place either way. But if it's not positive, we're going to have our loving creator transmute it. And if it is, it's going towards our intention, which is healthy boundaries. Love and light and everything bright, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.